What's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick video. I said in my last video that I wasn't gonna do a Sunday update, but here we are. So if you watched the last video, you'll know that we had our second and final coat of high build polyester primer. I got that on. I've let that sit for a little over 24 hours, just so that it's not tacky. It's probably still nowhere near cured, but the top layer is pretty well cured, and now it's just underneath. But I decided to go ahead today and put my guide coat on, and you can see that the whole car is basically black now. That is from the guide coat. I can show you that over here if you're curious what I used. So I just used the Duragold, and this is the dry version. You can get it in a spray can. I prefer the dry. This stuff goes a long way. I've already coated the entire car twice now, and I've still got probably 3/4 of a can of this. So this stuff, you could probably do 2 or 3 cars if you really wanted to. But like I say, I prefer the dry. For one, it goes a lot further than the cans, and two, it's dry. And because I'm putting it on here and letting it sit, if there's any moisture in the polyester primer, this stuff will hopefully suck it out and help that primer cure a little faster. And then I can reapply this right before I start sanding if I need to. If this stuff is kind of gummy, I can just put some more on there. Like I say, it just helps a little bit with the drying process. Obviously, you don't want to put it on before your primer has had a chance to flash off really well, which is why I waited, like I say, over 24 hours. This stuff isn't tacky at all. There's probably not much moisture in it, but I know that if I tried to sand it right now, with the temperature being as low as it is, it's just gonna gum up my sandpaper. And so I don't wanna do that. And I still haven't fully decided what grit sandpaper I really wanna use to block this. I'm probably gonna start a little bit heavier grit and work my way down to a fine grit, but I don't want to get too aggressive and over sand. But we're gonna play around with that once this thing dries a little bit more. But you can kind of see the car looks a little cartoonish. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's kind of neat looking. Would almost be cool to just have clear coat right over the top of this. I think that would look pretty cool, but obviously you can't do that because this is powder. But that's where we're at. I just wanted to do a little update, just give you guys a quick walk around. You can see that everything that I'm planning on sanding is coated. The only things that I have not coated, of course, is the front bumper and the rear bumper, which is sitting over in front of my toolbox. I still have a little more work to do on those before they'll be ready for finished sanding. But like I say, the rest of the car is pretty well where we want it. So that's gonna be our project for next weekend. Hopefully a little warmer weather comes back in. I would like to get this thing blocked down, maybe put the front and rear bumper on and do the little bit of finishing body work on those and get those sanded and ready for paint. And then I'll probably just take those back off right before I paint the car, because I do want to get some paint behind the grill area there. And of course the back of the car I won't paint as far as we can go. You'll probably notice that I took all the plastic off. There was plastic under the hood. Of course, I had some stuff on the windows. I still got some of the tape on the windows, but I took all the plastic from the inside. And the reason why I did that is I just had this thing taped off here on the inside. You can kind of see the tape line. I had it taped off where the seal plate is gonna go, and everything else was already purple, so I didn't want to get any primer on my doors. But when I do the finished base coat on this car, I've got to figure out exactly where I want to tape it. I don't know if I want to respray this or not. I probably won't respray this since it's already been sprayed, but I've got to tape off anything that I don't want another coat of base coat, because this is already base coat and clear, but this does not have metallic flake. So the dash does not have metallic flake. This does not have metallic flake. It just has a little bit of flake that came in the paint, but I plan to use a thicker flake on the exterior of the car, and so I've got to break that up where I want it, and I've got to get the base coat on and get the clear coat on the areas that needs it. And so it's probably going to be taped off somewhere on this line inward, and then from there out will be clear coat and base coat. And then the doors, I'll probably just tape this whole thing off and just have my clear coat coming in somewhere in there. But I'll have to figure that out when it comes time to actually do the base and clear. But that's why I removed that, because that's not gonna be the finished paint work. So, and I can drive the car up and down the road. I actually drove it shortly after I put the prime on it, after it tacked off. I just drove it around my neighborhood one time, and just to make sure everything was gonna drive out okay. It did. But anyway, we're rumbling on with the video. Again, I just wanted to get a quick update out there. Even though I said I wasn't gonna do one, I decided to do one anyway. And so here it is. Everything is guide coated and ready to be blocked. I hope you like the videos. I hope you like the car. If this happens to be your first time watching, this is a Joker themed Mustang. That's why you see all the purple and the green. The whole car is gonna be purple. Check out my other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. The subscriptions are always welcome. That's what keeps me working on this thing, is subscribers. So be sure to check out all the videos. Let me know what you think in the comments.